Hey, peace world. Thanks for pressing play on another Pay Me No Mind video, or anybody that joins in the live stream. My name is Wood. Love to hear any feedback. If you care about these subjects, subscribe to the channel. Don't matter. Um, Boxing. Big boxing updates this week. It was kind of a no-brainer. If you if you wanted to see it, it was a no-brainer. But they announced the Canelo Alvarez and Gennady Golovkin trilogy fight will be going down in September on the Zone pay-per-view. That was, in the middle, right after the fight, after the embarrassment, after, a bad fall, a major setback, being upset by Dimitri Bivol. It's cool right then and there to say we're going to run this back. This isn't over. All a result of Canelo's own doing with the training camp, the vegan diet situation, and just kind of being dismissive of Dimitri Bivol based on his past performances and whatnot. But there was no way in the world he was going to go back and run it back with Bivol next time out. Like the last 3 years for Canelo, business has been great. Business has been awesome. Coming out of the bad deal with DAZN, with Golden Boy, getting away from Oscar De La Hoya, going on some people have coined it the European tour. That string of guys, but to be fighting on DAZN, to not have to deliver pay-per-view numbers. None of us knew what the subscription, what his impact was to subscribers. I would assume that the gate, the ticket sales were pretty decent for most of those fights. But, being over there on DAZN, he wasn't subject to the scrutiny that a lot of these fighters are and a lot of these cards are. And he jeopardized a lot of that with this loss to Bivol. So to get things back on track, obviously you're gonna make the trilogy fight with Triple G, which is a fight that he's gonna be favored in, and one would think that he will win. So that's the big news. I read a bunch of the comments just on Instagram, the little clip, that's the reel that's out there with the promotion, a little video that they put together to make the announcement. And some fans, a lot of fans had to weigh in on with their thoughts about him choosing Triple G versus Bivol. He's scared of Bivol. He needs to fight Benavidez. Whatever, you want it to be one way, but it's the other. But you gotta, I have to admit, there's still some commercial appeal, I guess, for that fight. And honestly, I might be in for it. I might. Maybe. I'm not gonna shut the door on it here in May, or what is this, the end of May? Yeah, I'm not gonna shut the door on it in May. The other big announcement was, and I didn't even read the article. My partner shot me the link. I guess it was an ESPN.com article last night. I did not read it just yet, but the title of the article was suggested, or led me to believe that Claressa Shields and Savannah Marshall has been finalized, and it'll go down in September. So we get both of those undisputed fights in September. Canelo Triple G3, as well as Shields Marshall, the women's undisputed at 160 pounds, middleweight. So that's phenomenal. All of this goes down, but we still don't get the undisputed fight at welterweight. We don't get the best fight that's possible in America, and one of the top 2 or 3 fights, if not the best fight to be made in all of boxing, Errol Spence Jr., the unified welterweight champion, against the WBO champion Terrence Bud Crawford. We still don't have that. And I'm not even bugging about it, but I don't know how this bodes for like the future of boxing in this country. Like if you're a black fighter, I mean, if you're a black athlete, young black male, and you one of these dudes this you know, you can start looking at your family tree and whatnot, and you're looking at being maybe 5'6" to 5'8", 140 something pounds and below, boxing may no longer be viable for you to get the bag as a professional boxer. I really just don't know if we sit here with a fight of this magnitude. Errol Spence coming off of the fight against the win against you guys, and I have not seen the fight yet. I still haven't watched it. But to come off of that performance against Yordenis you guys, to take his WBA title, stopped him and whatnot, like, the appeal of that fight is never going to be bigger. Errol Spence Jr. against Terrence Crawford it's not going to be any more there's not going to be any more clamoring for that matchup than coming off of that fight that night. And here it is, weeks after that victory from Errol Spence Jr., and there's no urgency. There's nothing. I know I just did see an article yesterday. Damn. I know I did just see an article yesterday for Terrence Crawford, and he said he's 100% confident that it can happen. I saw that. But still, it's not done. Conversely, here we are with Canelo Alvarez in the Triple G fight, and it's announced. You know, it's done. This was probably the night of Bevo. This was put in the works. With no doubt, this was put into action that night. Eddie Hearn, DAZN, Triple G's people, the machinery was rolling for that fight immediately after the Bevo defeat. It was. And, you know, that's just why I'm just at this point, like I said, with boxing, I'm kind of, I'm moving on. I really am. I mean, that's just big deal, but that's just where I am with it. I devoted a lot of time to it. You know, I was invested in it in a lot of ways. And I'm just, I just can't justify, I just can't justify that level of investment and that level of attachment. You know, sitting around watching all of the ESPN Plus undercard action, watching all of the random DAZN fights and all the you know, these UK fights. I just said the ESPN Plus. You know, it was years where I was buying some fights on Fight TV. What was that other app? Shit, I bought some fights on UFC Fight Pass one year. I think they had a couple of boxing matches on there or something. I've watched a number of different promotions trying to follow the sport and being loyal to the sport. And at this point, I just got better stuff to do, man. I mean, we can't get the best fight. This is like if they came and told us, you know what? The winner of Boston and Miami, we're not even gonna let them face the Golden State Warriors. We're just not gonna have the finals this year. We just gonna since the Warriors came through in their series 4-1, we're just gonna assume that Golden State is the best team in the NBA, and we're just gonna award them the ring this year, or the O'Brien Trophy, or whatever it is. That's gonna be the champion. We're not even gonna have the finals. Or one year they don't do the Super Bowl. They just get to the NFC, AFC championship games, and they just don't do the Super Bowl. That's where we are with Errol Spence Jr. and Bud Crawford. We're just not gonna do it. And don't get me wrong, I'm 100% confident that the people, that the PBC people, and whoever is involved in all of the, or Tom Brown or whatever, whoever is behind putting the money together to fund it, they're probably sitting there with an incredibly difficult job to be overly confident that they can pay these two guys what they got to pay them and walk away with a profit. And it gets down to the fact that it has to happen on pay-per-view, and it's too much. It's too many people not getting not buying fights. The piracy. I can't. You can't argue that's not. It's not a problem. And I think a lot of people who I don't even think we're willing to be honest that the number of people who are diehard boxing fans, but to sit here and expect people to pay $75, $85 for something that you can watch for free. I don't know. I don't have a lot of confidence in a lot of people making the decision to do the right thing by the promoters and the networks to pay them their $85 and not just go and stream it for free, or not just go on your phone and watch it on somebody's live stream for free. So I can't even blame. I can't even sit here and bang on the table and get mad at the PBC and Al Heyman and anybody that would be involved. I can't even get mad at them and say y'all need to make this fight, because they like, dog, I can't get my money out of it. Fair enough. So I just think that's unfortunate, man. We get the two undisputed fights that the mainstream people may want, or maybe even more the casual fans might want, in Canelo Alvarez and Gennady Golovkin 3. And then, those of us that do want to see the women's fight with Claressa and Savannah, you get that. But still, for a lot of us, maybe the diehards, I guess, maybe black fans, maybe, we can't get the freaking fight that we want. It's like baseball just avoided a strike this year, a work stoppage at the beginning of the season. The players, whatever, somebody acquiesced and they got a deal done to get the collective bargain extended or settled or whatever, and they had a season. They were like, we can't possibly sit here and not do this. And they got it done. But we know it's a lot of things at play that make that possible, that just aren't present in trying to get a fight made. But anyway, let me get on off of here, man. That's just my thoughts on boxing for the week. Peace.